Can you hear me all right, Carla?
I can hear you.
Good, we're good? Okay, so we're gonna start with a little box breathing. So either bring your hands into your lap or your hands, your heart, and find that length in the back of the neck, just a slight bow of the head to the heart. And close your eyes. And we'll just start doing some box breathing, whatever count works for you. Maybe start with the 4 count inhale, and then hold for 4, and then a 4 count exhale. If you can make it a little bit longer, go ahead and do that. So after your exhale, you do the 4 count hold as well. So all equal parts. That's what makes the box in box breathing. Okay, as we start to move, see if you can commit to staying with your breath, staying with the deep, slow, steady flow of air in and out of the nose. We're going to come to standing at the top of the mat. So just start to really root down into your feet. You can have your feet together or hip width distance apart, right under your hips. Spread your toes a little bit, press them down. Feel that rooting to rise here as you lift up through the chest and the heart. Roll the shoulders back, let them sink down a little bit. Let go of any tension you're holding. Inhale, reach the arms up. Squeeze the palms together, lift the fingers high. Exhale, hands through heart center and hands down by your sides. Let's do that same box breathing here. Inhale for 4. As your hands come up, move slowly so it takes your whole 4 count to bring the hands together. Squeeze the palms together for 4 as you hold for 4 and reach the hands up high. Exhale for 4 as you bring the hands through heart center. Lower your hands down by your sides and hold for 4. Press into the feet. Inhale, reach out, lengthen up. Find a little more length in the spine, rooting to rise here. Exhale, hands through heart center. Down by your sides. One more time, hold here. Inhale, reach out, lengthen up. Squeeze the palms, hold for 4. And this time we hinge at the hips, draw the hands through heart center and come all the way down to the ground with the hands. Inhale to lift up halfway. Bring your hands to shine your heart forward and roll your shoulders back. Exhale, fold. Let's do that 3 more times. Inhale, half lift for 4. We won't hold anymore. We'll just exhale now for 4 as we fold forward, drawing the belly in and up out of the way to fold a little deeper. 2 more times. Inhale, find that nice flat spine. Exhale, fold. 1 more time. Plant the hands down, step back to plank, and find this nice long line of energy. Shine the heart forward, roll the shoulders back, keep the back of the neck long, and press yourself away from the mat. 1 more breath. Knees and the chest, and then the chin, untuck the toes, and do 3 rolling baby cobras. Inhaling the heart, lifting up, shoulders rolling back. See if you can take 4 counts to lower back down. Press into the feet, pull the heart forward. Inhale up for 4, maybe coming a little higher, starting to press into the hands a little bit. Slowly lay it back down. One more, make it last a little longer. Now curl the toes under, press it back through child's pose, and lift up downward facing dog. Move around however you like here, or get right into stillness if you feel ready. Let the back of your neck be long so your head is heavy. Soften the shoulders out of the ears, root down the hands, rise up through the thumbs. The right foot up high. Draw your knee to your nose, step it through like warrior. One count, inhale, rise up. Exhale, lower the hands, step back to plank, lower through chaturanga or knees, chest, chin, baby cobra. Meeting back in downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left foot high. Exhale, draw the knee to the nose. Step it through warrior one. Inhale, rise up, fill up. Exhale, chaturanga. One more time on each side with your own breath. Move slow. All right, inhale, right foot lifts up again. Exhale, knee to nose. Line that front heel up with that back arch. Press that right knee straight forward. Find your breath. See if you can keep that 4 or 5 count. Inhale and exhale. And still pause in between. Lower your hands to your heart, turn and twist to the right. Hook that elbow outside the knee and start to twist your spine gently open. Keep pressing the right knee forward. Keep pressing down through the feet. See if you can visualize your spine and the back of your neck becoming a little bit longer. Your face and your shoulder. Slowly come back up, warrior one. Step the left foot forward, climb the chair to the top of the mat. Sink into your heels a little bit. Draw the belly in. Sit back in that chair just a little bit more. Maybe bring your hands together and gaze up at the thumbs. Find your breath. And now we're going to cross the right knee over the left and bring the right arm under the left for eagle pose. Maybe you can bring your palms together. Draw the elbows out and up. Let the shoulders sink down the back. Try to draw everything into the center line of the body. So your elbows and knees are in line right in front here. See if you can sink in a little bit lower. One more time, elbows out and up, shoulders down the back. Find your breath. Now lift the right knee up. Reach your hands down to the ground. Shoot the right foot up high like standing splits. And then maybe you hop it back like chaturanga, or maybe you just slowly make your way back to downward facing dog. One more breath. Inhale, reach the left foot up high. Exhale, knee to nose, step it through, warrior one. Right heel spins out and down, knee right over ankle. Find your breath, find your pose, find the warrior. Lower your hands to your heart center, turn and twist to the left now. Keep pressing the left knee forward, root down into the feet. Visualize that spine and back of the neck getting a little longer. Soften through the Face and shoulders, gently start to twist your spine open. Slowly come back up. Warrior one, step the right foot forward. Find that powerful chair at the top of the mat and sink in a little bit. Draw the belly in and up. Activate the legs, press the feet, and imagine apart a little bit more. And now cross your left knee over your right. Maybe your toes can wrap around. Left arm under right. Maybe palms touch. Elbows out and up. Shoulders down the back. Back of the neck long. Belly in. Find your breath. Lift that knee. Bring the hands down. Shoot that leg up. Standing splits. Maybe hop it back. One big hop. Maybe one little inch at a time. Chaturanga. Meeting back in downward facing dog. All right, sorry guys, I lost you, but I'm back. I'll just be inside now. All right, so we were chair pose, that, right? Oh no, we weren't. We were back in downward facing dog. And we were just about to inhale and lift. No, we walked the hands back to meet the feet. And then we lifted halfway and we were folding with our hands under the feet, right? You might be over this pose by now. Take one more breath. Release your hands, reverse swan dive, come all the way up. Find a little backward bend at the top. Exhale, hands to heart. And hands down by your sides. All right, inhale, arms up, interlace your fingers. Release your index finger, try to glue your palms together. Bring your biceps back with your ears and your chin away from your chest. Try to straighten the arms to squeeze your head. All right, step your feet together, rock a little weight into the heels, and then drop your body over to the right. Try to keep your hips and your chest facing forward, and imagine there's an apple between your chin and your chest. Try to keep the arms straight and the palms glued, squeezing the head, sink in, one more breath. Inhale, come back up, find a little more space. Exhale, drop your body to the left, weight in the heels, press those hips out to the right. Slowly come back up, drop your head back, shake it out a little bit. Find a little backward bend. Feet are pressing down, hips are pressing forward. Heart is lifting up. Reach back through the fingers. Keep breathing. Slowly come back up. Step your right foot forward. Come down till everything's parallel to the ground. Point the toes, level the hips out. Keep squeezing your head with your nice straight arms. Glue your palms together. Find a little more length from your fingertips to your toes. Now slowly lower the left foot a couple feet behind the right for pyramid pose. But first come all the way up and make sure both your hips are facing forward. You can keep your palms pressing together here if you like, or you can bring your hands behind your back. Press down into your feet and feel this hinge at the hips as you lengthen forward. Start to tuck your chin towards your chest. Maybe you bring the forehead down towards the leg. Start to press down to the right foot to lift the right hip up and back. Find your breath. Find softness through your face and your shoulders. One more breath. Slowly come back up. Step the left foot forward to meet the right. Sink into that chair pose. See if you can sit back a little bit more. Draw the upper body back a little bit more. Maybe hands together, maybe gaze up at the thumbs. And again, we'll cross the right knee over the left and bring the right arm under the left. Trying to draw everything into that center line again and sink in a little bit more. Elbows out and up, shoulders down the back, back of the neck long. One more breath. Slowly come back up. Come to the top of your mat if you're not already. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. And hands down by your sides. Inhale, reach out, lengthen up. Exhale, swan dive, lengthen forward. I can go. Do you want me to go? I can't see your face. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Kneeling back in downward facing dog. All right, root down into the hands to lift those sit bones up and back. Sink into the heels. Try to engage the quads. Draw the belly in and up. The head is heavy. Breath is deep. One more breath. Slowly walk your hands back to meet your feet. Inhale, lift up halfway. Step your feet together. Bend your knees a lot. Reach around and step on all 10 fingers back behind your heels. Folding yourself in half. So your knees are bent, your face is pressing into your legs. Then you can start to try to straighten the legs if you like. Rocking a little weight into the balls of the feet, lifting the sit bones up and back. Pull your head down towards your feet. Pull your shoulders up out of your ears. Find that nice 4 or 5 count inhale and exhale, and see if you can grow a little bit taller through the spine and the back of the neck, maybe through the back of the legs. And release, slowly swan, reverse swan dive up, find a little backward bend. Exhale, hands to heart. And hands down by your sides. Inhale, arms up. Interlace fingers, release index, glute palms. Biceps back, chin up, weight in the heels, drop it over to the right. Now, draw that left arm back just a little bit, rolling the heart up towards the ceiling just a touch. Press those hips out to the left just a little bit more. Stay for one more really deep, slow breath as you sink in. Slowly come back up. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, drop it to the left. After you sink in, try to roll that right arm back just a little bit to open the heart up towards the ceiling. Press the hips out to the right, drop a little weight into the heels and reach. Slowly come back up, find that backward bend, drop the head back first. If it's too much on the neck, keep the chin drawing in towards the chest. Reach it up and back. Slowly come back up. Step the left foot forward now. Come down till everything's parallel to the ground. And then level out the hips. Squeeze the head with your nice straight arms. Glue the palms together and find a little more length. Lower the right foot a couple of feet behind the left for pyramid pose. Hips are facing forward. Palms touching together. Feel this hinge as you lengthen out over that straight left leg. Maybe your pinky finger touches the ground in front of your toe. Maybe your forehead touches your leg. Rooting to the left foot to lift the left hip up and back. Find your breath. Slowly come back up, pressing into the feet. Step the right foot forward, sink into that chair. Sink a little lower, draw your upper body back. And we'll come into that chair, that eagle pose. Left knee over right, left arm under right. Draw everything into the center and find a little more space, drawing the elbows out and up. Shoulders down the back, back of the neck long. Pull your belly in, sink in. One more breath. Slowly come back up, lift that left knee up. Bring your hands to the ground, shoot the left foot high like standing splits. And maybe you hop it back, chaturanga, meeting back in downward facing dog. All right, come on down to your knees, find a little child's pose. If you'd rather stay in downward facing dog, that's fine too. All right, maybe in your child's pose, you want to lift the wrists up, coming onto tented fingertips and melt through the heart a little bit more, releasing the shoulders. Finding that 4 or 5 count, inhale and exhale. When you're ready, come back up, downward facing dog. Inhale, reach the right foot up high. Now bend your knee and open the hips. Pointing the knee up at the ceiling, let your head stay heavy, let your arms stay straight and steady. Opening the hips up. Maybe you want to flip it over into wild thing, pressing through the heels, lifting through the hips, reaching through the fingers. Relax your head and your neck. Slowly come back to plank, lower through chaturanga, meet back in downward facing dog. Inhale, lifts the left foot up. Bend the knee, open the hips, head is heavy, arms are straight and strong, pressing into the hands, reaching that knee up towards the ceiling, maybe slowly dropping it into wild thing. Flipping it over, reaching through the fingers. Slowly come back to plank, optional vinyasa, meeting back downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot reaches up high. Exhale, bring your right knee to your right shoulder and hold here for strength or find an arm balance. Keep the back of your neck long. Keep your breath deep and slow. Next inhale, shoot it back up. Exhale, right knee, left armpit. Hold here, find an arm balance if you like. Pressing through the hands, pull the belly in and up. Slowly shoot it back up. Exhale, bring your knee to your nose, step it through like warrior 2. Left heel spins out and down. Knee over ankle, point that knee straight forward, reach forward, gaze forward. Find your breath. Check in that your shoulders are over your hips and that back arm is parallel to the ground, not falling. Squeeze your fingers together. Imagine shooting energy out through your fingertips as you reach forward and reach back. Press down into the feet. Lift up through the heart, roll the shoulders down and back. Now turn your palms to face the long edge of the mat and turn and twist your body till your arms are straight up and down like a pillar. So use your right elbow to press the right knee open to keep it stacked right over the ankle. Start to gaze up at the left hand. Lift your left hand a little higher. So finding that maximum wingspan between your fingertips, scoop the hips forward a little bit. Roll the heart up towards the ceiling. Find your breath, stay for one more. Now we're gonna reach the left hand behind the back. Maybe we're gonna find a bind here, reaching underneath that leg. If you can get your fingers to interlace, then start trying to roll that left shoulder back to open the heart. Keep pressing your right knee straight forward over that right foot. Press down into the feet, scoop the hips forward, roll the heart up towards the ceiling. Yeah, sure, that'd be great. Thank you. Right behind me. Slowly come all the way up to reverse the warrior. Keep that deep bend in the right knee. Reach your right hand up and back. And cartwheel the hands down to the mat. Shoot the left foot high like standing splits. And then set the left foot outside the right foot so your pinky toes can touch. Right foot might need to scoot back a little to get those pinkies together. Inhale, lift up halfway. And exhale, fold. Stay here if this is enough, where you can walk it over to either side. Maybe both sides. Slowly shoot that leg back up, standing splits, and then slowly lower that foot to the back of the mat. So we have our right foot back now, yeah? Is that true or left? The left foot back, yeah? Okay. Left foot is back, right? All right, so left foot is back. Bring your hands inside that foot. Slowly lower that left knee all the way down. And maybe this is enough, or maybe you can lower down to the forearms here. Keep that knee hugging in against the shoulder. Let your head be heavy. Or maybe you roll to the outside edge of that right foot and let that right knee fall open. Maybe you even help it open with that right hand. One more breath. Slowly come back up onto the hands. And then we're going to reach the right hand back for that left foot and see if you can grab a hold of that foot on the pinky toe side. So root down into the left hand to lift up through the heart. Maybe start to gaze over the right shoulder. Now kick into your hand and pull that foot in a little closer, creating a little resistance there to open that hip flexor. Find your breath. Steady your breath. Steady your gaze. Really slowly, we float those toes down, curl them under, and shoot the right foot up and back, three-legged dog. Lower your right foot back down to meet your left. Stay here for a couple breaths, rooting into the hands to lift up through those sit bones, hollow out the belly, engage the quads, and sink into the heels. See if you can melt your heart down towards your thighs a little bit. Heart down towards the knees a little bit, belly down towards the thighs. Left foot reaches up high on the inhale. Exhale, left knee, left armpit. Hold here. Maybe you find an arm balance. Keep rooting into the hands. Inhale, shoot it up, three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee, right armpit. Hold here. Maybe find an arm balance. Next inhale, shoot it up. Exhale, knee to nose. Step it through, warrior two. Right heel spins out and down. Left knee presses forward, gaze out over the fingertips. Press that left knee forward a little more, scoop the hips towards the long edge and find a little more space. Palms turn towards the long edge. Turn and twist till your arms are straight up and down like a pillar. Use the left elbow to guide the left knee open. Gaze up at the right hand, roll that right shoulder back to stack the shoulders. And act like you're being measured from your fingertips to your fingertips. Find a little more space. Keep pressing the left knee forward. Keep pressing down into the feet. Find softness through your face and your shoulders. Maybe you bring that right hand behind the back and go for a bind here. Make sure your knee isn't collapsing in. Keep it drawing towards that pinky toe side a little bit. Start to roll the right shoulder back to open the heart up towards the ceiling. Next inhale, come all the way up to reverse it. Left knee doesn't move, it stays deeply bent. Lower the hands to frame the foot. Shoot the right foot high like standing splits. And then set the right foot outside the left foot. Get your pinky toes together. Inhale, lift up halfway. And exhale, fold. Walking it over to either side if you like. Slowly coming back to center, shoot that right leg back up and step it back behind you. Lower the right knee all the way down, bring your hands inside the foot and maybe lower down to the forearms here. Or maybe you rock to the outside edge of that foot and let the knee fall open or even guide it open a little bit. Stay with your breath. Slowly come back up onto the hands, reach that left hand back for that foot. Create that resistance if you can, start to sink in, rooting through the right hand to lift through the heart. Slowly float those toes down, curl them under, shoot the left foot up and back, three-legged dog. And set the left foot downward facing dog. Root into the hands, lift through the sit bones. 2 more breaths. Inhale, lift your right foot up high. Exhale, draw your knee to your nose, step it through like warrior one. Set it up. Can you press down through the toes and all 4 corners of the feet a little more? Draw the belly in and up, lift up through the heart, reach up through the fingers. Keep all that length as you bring your hands down to the heart. Feel this hinge at the hips as you lengthen out over that right knee. Turn to the right, hook that elbow outside the knee again and start to twist your spine really open now. Keep pressing through the feet, keep pressing the right knee forward. Now press the right hand down into the left to roll the right shoulder back. Feel that space you're creating in your spine here. Breathe into it. One more breath. Slowly come back up, warrior one. Step the left foot forward to meet the right. Find that chair, sit back in it. Draw the upper body back. Get your chin parallel to the ground. Reach up out of the waist, sink in a little bit. And this time we'll cross the right ankle over the left knee, finding that figure 4. Bring your hands to your heart. So keep softening through that left ankle and left knee to sink in more. Keep drawing the upper body back. Or you can hinge at the hips and reach your fingers for the ground. Or you can find a twist to the left, hooking the right elbow on the bottom of that foot. Find your breath. Soften that left ankle and left knee. Soften through the face and the shoulders. Slowly come back up, lower the right foot down. Step your feet as wide as the mat, turn your toes out a little bit. Bring your hands to your low back. Wrap your elbows back there a little more. Bend into the knees, press your hips forward, lift your heart and drop your head back if it's all right with your neck. Find a deep supported backward bend. Keep bending into the knees. Keep breathing. Inhale slowly, come up, step your feet together. Bring your hands to your heart. Close your eyes. Head bows slightly to the heart, slow the breath back down. Lower your hands down, keep your shoulders down. As you inhale, reach out, lengthen up, squeeze the palms together, find a little more space. Feel that hinge as you press through the feet and lengthen. Exhale all the way down. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, chaturanga, meeting back in downward facing dog. All right, inhale, lifts the left foot high. Exhale, draws the knee to the nose. Step it through like warrior one and reach up out of the waist. Press the left knee forward a little bit more. Sink in. Press down through the toes and all 4 corners of the feet. Draw the belly in and up. Reach up. Keep your length. Bring the hands to the heart. Turn and twist to the left. Keep pressing the left knee forward. Keep pressing down through the feet. Imagine your spine growing a little bit longer and now twisting it open. One more breath. Slowly come back up, warrior one. Step the right foot forward, sit back in your chair. Belly in, heart lifting. And now cross the left ankle over the right knee for that figure 4, hands to heart. Upper body drawing back, softening through the right ankle and right knee. Or maybe you turn and twist to the right, hooking that elbow on the bottom of the foot. Or just hinge at the hips and reach your fingertips down towards the ground, letting your head become heavy. Keep softening through the right ankle and the right knee to sink in. Stay for one more breath. Slowly come back up. Spread your feet. Turn your toes out. Hands to low back. Elbows wrap back there. Bend the knees, hips forward. Heart lifts. Deep supported backward bend. Don't forget to breathe. On an inhale, come up. Bring your hands to your heart. Step your feet together. And lower your hands down by your sides. Inhale, reach out, lengthen up. Exhale, swan dive, lengthen forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Find a little more length in your spine. Exhale, chaturanga. Oh, I don't have any balls. In my car. No, thank you. All right, now see if you can, without moving your hands, lower your elbows down like dolphin pose. Keeping your shoulders stacked right over your elbows. Keep pressing into the hands. So you're pressing the hands and the wrists and the forearms all down and forward to lift those sit bones up and back a little bit more. Lift your right leg up. Come up on your left tippy toes. Yeah, maybe you're working on kicking up here. And when you're ready, you'll switch. Reach the left foot up high. And then we'll come down into a child's pose and slow the breath down. Maybe lifting those wrists up again, coming up on tented fingertips, melting through the heart. One more breath. Slowly come on up. We're going to cross the right knee in front of the left knee and see if you can walk your feet out to the sides a little bit. And then slowly come up onto the knees. If this is already enough, you can stay right here. Or you can inhale the arms up, interlace the fingers and turn the palms to face up. And drop it over to the right. Keep rooting down into the knees and the shins. Even if the shins aren't touching the ground, imagine you're rooting down into them to take some of the weight off the knees. Slowly come back up to center and drop it over to the left. Stay with your breath. Slowly come back up, lower the hands down, unwind, and make big slow circles with the hips. And switch directions. Okay, now left knee in front of right. Walk the feet out, come on up. Hands on hips or inhale, arms up. Interlace fingers, turn your palms up and drop it over to the left. Rooting down into the knees and the shins, pull the belly in, lift the heart. Slowly come back up and drop it to the right. Slowly come back up, lower the hands down, unwind your legs, and find those big slow circles with the hips. And switch directions. Okay, now if you want to, you can turn to the long side of your mat for frog pose. Spread your knees out and get your knees and your heels in the same line, parallel to the edges of the mat. And start to press your hips back towards your heels. You can stay up on your hands or you can lower down to the forearms. I feel like I get a better stretch when I actually stay up on my hands. If your butt starts to get low to the ground and it feels a little too intense, you can start to point your toes back or even in if you need to. See if you can lower those sit bones down towards the ground a little more. Use your breath. Really slowly come on out of it and turn to face the top of your mat and sink back into a child's pose. Move slowly here. Now we'll come up onto the knees for camel pose. Spread your knees as wide as your hips. Bring your hands to your low back. Wrap your elbows back there. Press the hips forward, lift the heart up and over, finding a deep supported backward bend. On an inhale, come on up. Bring your knees together. Lower your hips to your heels. Slide your hands down to your knees. Tuck your tailbone all the way under. Tuck your chin towards your chest and sink into this tiniest little ball. And now find this wave-like motion coming over the spine as you shine the heart forward and roll the shoulders back. And then retract it all back into that tiny little ball. One more time. Come back up onto the knees. We'll do 2 more sets of camel. So if you want to start to reach for the heels, you can. Or if you want to grab one heel and reach the opposite arm up, you can do that. Set it up first though. Press the hips forward, lift the heart, and maybe you reach down to grab that heel. Keep reaching through the fingertips. On an inhale, slowly come up, knees together, hips to heels, hands to knees, tuck it all in real tight. Stay there if you like, or wave it out again if that felt good. Come back up onto the knees. Knees in line with the hips, hands to low back. One more set of camel. Press the hips forward as you lift the heart up. On an inhale, slowly come up, knees together, hips to heels. Now reach and grab your full palm grip with your thumb on the outside, both hands here. Lean back just a little bit. Tuck your chin to your chest and imagine you're rolling into this tight little ball. Trying to get your forehead to touch your knees. Trying to bring the top of your head to touch the mat right in front of your knees as you roll forward onto the top of the head. Pull on the heels as you lift the hips. Breathe into that space behind the heart and fill it up. On the exhale, soften a little bit. One more breath. Slowly come on up. Now we'll sit onto the left hip and straighten the right leg out. Actually straighten the right leg straight out in front of you and bring the left heel into the center line of your body. Trying to lower that left knee down as you kick out through the right heel. Now we're going to reach for that foot or whatever we can grab here. Inhale to lift up through the heart, roll the shoulders back. Now pull your heart towards the foot. If you want to let your head get heavy, you can, but keep your heart lifted and your spine long. If you want to take this a little deeper and find a little twist, you can come up and start to turn and twist to the left, trying to hook the peace sign fingers of that left hand around that left big toe. Keep kicking through the right heel. Maybe you even want to reach for that right foot here. Slowly come back up And switch, straighten the left leg. Bring the right heel into center. Try to lower the right knee. Kick out through that left heel and reach for the foot. Lift up through the heart and then pull your heart towards the foot. Soften through the face and shoulders. Slow your breath down. If you want to take it further and find that twist on this side, come on up. Turn and twist to the right. Try to grab that big toe with the peace sign fingers. Maybe you still want to reach for that foot. Keep kicking through the heel, lengthening through the spine. And slowly come back up. Bring both your feet flat on the ground. We'll come into a boat pose, keeping a hold of the back of your knees if you like, or straightening your arms and your legs. Squeeze your legs together. Reach out through the balls of the feet. Reach out towards the feet with the fingers and lift up through the heart. Pull the belly in, squeeze your legs together. Now really, really slowly, keep squeezing everything into center and lengthen out till everything's just hovering a couple inches off the ground. Keep reaching out through the balls of the feet. Keep reaching your fingers down towards the feet. Keep looking at the feet. Pull the belly in. Now lower your head down, tuck your chin a little bit, and lift your right leg up towards the ceiling. Flex both of your feet. And now slowly switch. You can press into the hands. If you have a tricky low back, you can slide the hands underneath your butt here. Keep your shoulders pressing into the ground. One more. And now keep both your legs up towards the ceiling. Flex your feet, squeeze your legs together, push up through the balls of your feet, and see if you can pulse and just lift those heels up off the ground enough to lift your booty off the ground. Try not to use momentum. It's just a little movement. Again, you can have the hands underneath you if that feels better on your back, pressing down into the palms. Keep your chin slightly tucked. 5 more. Good. Now we're going to roll it back into a plow pose. See if you can get the toes to touch the ground behind your head. Maybe you can interlace your fingers back behind you. Maybe you can even glue your palms together and open the shoulders here. Soften through your neck and your face. Stay with that 4 or 5 count inhale and exhale. One more time, see if you can soften through the neck and shoulders and sink in just a little bit more. Bring your hands to your low back, creating a shelf for your hips. Fingers point up towards the ceiling. Stack the hips over the shoulders and the feet over the hips. So press your hips a little closer towards your face and your feet back away from your face. Squeeze the legs together, reach up through the balls of the feet. See if you can lift your feet another inch to lift everything up off the mat a little bit. So take some of that weight up off the mat. Slowly lower back into a plow pose, soften into it. Press your hands down into the mat. Use them to slowly, slowly, slowly roll out. See if you can feel that upper vertebrae touch first. And then the next one. Slowly lowering down till your booty touches the ground. Keep squeezing your legs together and kicking out through the heels as you take 10 more seconds to lower all the way down. If you want to pop up into a fish for a second, bring the hands under the body, palms face down, press into the elbows to lift the heart. Crown of the head reaching for the mat. Keep squeezing the legs together and reaching out through the balls of the feet. Maybe you lift your feet up off the ground here. Root into the elbows to rise up through the heart. Soften through the face and shoulders. And slowly release. Hug your knees into your chest. And now find a happy baby. Or you can hook your peace sign fingers around your big toes and straighten your legs out wide to the side. See if you can get your lower vertebrae and your butt down on the ground here. Pull your shoulders down to the ground. Maybe it feels good to rock side to side. If you have any tension in your low back, see if you can target it and kind of massage it out here. All right, hug your knees into your chest. And now cross your right knee over your left knee. Bring your arms out like cactus. Shift your hips to the right and lower your knees to the left. Maybe the right toes hook around that left calf. See if you can lower the right arm and the right shoulder all the way down to the ground and gaze out over the right hand. Relax your shoulders, relax your face. Find that 4-count inhale and 4-count hold and 4-count exhale and then another 4-count hold. If 4 counts doesn't work for you, find a number that does. Finding that box breathing again here. One more breath. Slowly come back to center, hug your knees into your chest. Cactus the arms, left knee over right, hips to the left, knees to the right. Gaze out over the left hand. Maybe wrap those toes around that calf. Relax your shoulders, find your box breath. One more breath. Slowly come back to center, hug your knees into your chest one last time. And then let your legs go long on the mat. Spread your feet as wide as the mat. Let your toes fall open. Tuck your chin just a little bit. Close your eyes down. And now let go of controlling the breath. Let go of controlling anything. And see how much you can let go here. See if you can feel your body melting into the mat. Invite a deeper breath back into the body. Invite movement back into your fingers, into your toes. Invite yourself to stay in this place of calm that's always right here for you. Beneath the pain body, deeper than all the chaos. This place of peace that is our natural state. See if you can commit to staying here a little bit longer tonight. Maybe taking some of this with you into your sleep. As you roll onto your right side, see if you can stay aware of the breath, maybe even continuing that box breathing. When you're ready, go ahead and press yourself back up to a seat and find that nice tall spine. Inhale, arms up overhead, squeeze your palms together, lift your fingers high one last time. Keep the heart lifted, bring the hands down to the forehead for good, pure thoughts. Hands down to the lips for good, pure communication. And hands down to the heart for good, pure intentions. Let the head bow to the wisdom of the heart. Bring the thumbs to that space above the eyebrows and take a moment to thank yourself for being here. May all beings everywhere be free from pain and suffering. May our thoughts and actions in some way contribute to that. Namaste. Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys. Thanks.